Chairman Baucus, Ranking Member Grassley, and members of the committee, on behalf of Iraq and Afghanistan Veterans of America's nearly 200,000 members and supporters, I want to thank you for allowing us to testify before your committee today. My name is Tim Embree, and I served 2 combat tours in Iraq with the United States Marine Corps Reserves. America's newest veterans face serious employment challenges. The difficult process of returning to civilian life is now even tougher in the most hostile economic environment in decades. As a result, unemployment rates for Iraq and Afghanistan veterans are staggering. To make matters worse, Iraq and Afghanistan veterans are finding civilian employers do not understand the value of their skills and experience, and many of these young veterans cannot afford the necessary job training. National Guardsmen and reservists who leave behind their civilian lives to serve alongside active duty troops lack proper assistance to rebuild their own businesses when they return home. IAVA recommends passage of S-3398, Senator Baucus's Veterans Employment Transition Act. This bill expands the Work Opportunity Tax Credit, which incentivizes businesses to hire Iraq and Afghanistan veterans. We believe that S-3398 must be passed before the October recess in order to ensure the veterans of Iraq and Afghanistan are not left languishing in soup lines while waiting for Congress to get back to work after the elections. Finding a job for returning veterans is a challenge, but finding quality employment is extremely difficult. 61% of employers do not believe they have a complete understanding of the qualifications ex-service members offer. To make matters worse, employers are growing increasingly wary of hiring or reemploying National Guardsmen and reservists because of unprecedented mobilization rates. This Congress authorized a 2-year tax credit for employers who hire unemployed Iraq and Afghanistan veterans. Unfortunately, although the tax credit was well-intentioned, it was poorly advertised and limited in its effect. IAVA and many other veteran service organizations lauded this tax credit when it passed. This tax credit was designed to encourage hiring veterans, but few employers know about it and even fewer took advantage of it. S-3398 solves these issues by expanding and simplifying this tax credit, and IAVA asked the Senate to pass it before the October recess. Thousands of young veterans want to build on their skills they learned in the military, but they cannot afford the training. Today's newest veterans deserve the right to use their hard-earned new GI Bill benefits for the job training they desperately need. IAVA recommends swift passage of S-3447, commonly known as New GI Bill 2.0, before the October recess. New GI Bill 2.0 extends post-9/11 GI Bill benefits to veterans who enroll in vocational schools and thereby providing returning combat veterans immediate access to job training. I want to tell you about Dan from Missouri. Dan is an IAVA member and a Marine reservist recently returned from his 2nd tour in Iraq. Dan was attending community college to pursue a degree in business. He soon realized his calling was to become a paramedic firefighter and quickly enrolled in the local fire academy. Dan was floored when he learned that new GI Bill would not cover community college, or would cover community college but not cover the fire academy. Dan told me he was shocked that someone who went from serving his country 2 combat tours with a 400-day extension can't use his well-earned GI Bill for the academy to help serve his local community. New GI Bill 2.0 gives veterans like Dan the ability to pursue valuable job training. The Senate must pass this crucial legislation before the October recess to help people like Dan become leaders in his community. IAVA asks every member of this committee to help Dan and the thousands of veterans in your states, like Dan, by calling for this vital bill to be brought to the Senate floor for an immediate vote. Dan was in my platoon. He was one of my Marines. I continue to have Dan's back. Do you? The veteran unemployment rate remains consistently higher than that of the general population and threatens to undermine our country's next greatest generation. History has shown us the importance of investing in our country's veterans, and honestly, we need the jobs. The causes of veteran unemployment are complex, but the remedies don't have to be. They are right in front of us and ready to go. IAVA calls on this committee to finish the work it has begun and bring S-3398 to the floor for a vote now. By passing S-3398 and supporting the new GI Bill 2.0, the members of this committee will be taking an important step towards solving the critical problem of veteran unemployment. Now is the time. The members of this committee must act before the October recess and show our country's newest veterans that the 111th Congress has our back. I appreciate your time today, and I look forward to answering any questions you may have.